Welcome to Wise Take MLB DFS podcast. I am your host, A Town All Day, aka CashinDFS, joined by the one and only, the freak, better known as Johnny the Greek. How you doing, my friend?
I'm well, buddy. I'm well, man. This is a rare treat. I think this is your first time hosting, and we haven't done a show in a while together. So, yeah, man, good times.
Well, hopefully it's as good as it was today, because that Otani call, all the calls, it was just beautiful. Wish I played Smoke over Morales at first, but what can I do? Good day, good day.
Glad to hear, my friend. Glad to
I
hear.
think for the whole Wise Tech Nation, I'm pretty sure we all got Angels, we all got Toronto, we all got everything. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah,
How
I'm
you
doing
doing?
good. My late slate. Yeah, man, my late slate's doing really good. I had that little Angels and Dodger stack, so it's doing pretty good. So, yeah, it'll be a decent night.
Yeah, well, we're only going to cover the main slate here today since we have a little curveball, and you got yours truly hosting this bad boy. We're gonna have a lot of fun. This is gonna be a treat for anybody that's watching. Promise you. You ready?
Love it. I'm ready. Let's do this.
Let's go. First game on the board. It's A Town all day at Washington. Nationals are a 124 favorite. You got Tommy. What? How are they up? What? Okay. You got Tommy Malone versus Michael Fulton-Davis. Washington is a favorite. I have no idea. 7 mile per hour winds blowing out, 90 degrees. What do you got?
Yeah, Tommy Malone's terrible. His price
How is he a favorite?
Yeah, how is his price 6.9? He's been in the 4K range, and I pitched him a couple times here when he was in 4K range when he was playing some bad matchups. But 6.9's a lot from today. I'm not going to go there against the Braves. The Braves have been kind of a little cold lately. They haven't been as hot as they were in the beginning of the season. So I can see Washington's been heating up a little bit. So I can see why they'd be the favorites, and also they're at home. So that's probably the big reason. But I think Fultzy's a good option here. Vegas doesn't really like him, but I don't like his price at 10.6. But I think he's an okay play here. Not a favorite for me on the first look here, but the Washington Cats, man. Soto, this guy is just amazing. Hit a bomb today. I think he's firmly in play. You could take a look at the lefties here. Matt Adams, Bryce Harper's been heating up a little bit. I'm not really a fan of Adam Eaton today, but maybe we get some Anthony Rendon to do something. So I'm fine with Washington here. It would be more like one-offs, not a stack. You can sprinkle these guys in. I have a little bit too much respect for Fulty to want to stack them here. On the other side here with the Braves against Malone, oh man, where to start? Acuna, Albies, Freddie Freeman, they're all in play here. Nick Markakis, Adam Duvall. I love Johan Camargo. This guy's been hot. Third base, shortstop. Cheap, good spot for him. So I love these guys today. Braves look really good tomorrow.
I agree. The reason Tommy Malone is 6.9 was because he actually absolutely dominated the Mets. But I mean, Braves ain't the Mets. I don't know how anybody in their right mind could click that button. I mean, we just saw the Braves do pretty good against second best pitcher in Major League Baseball, Mr. Max Scherzer. How they don't just kill this kid, I have no idea. How he's a favorite, I have no clue. I would be pounding that if I'm a betting man, which I am. I think I'd be pounding the Atlanta Braves here. Yes, Washington is hot, and yes, I could play some of these bats against Fulty. I think Fulty's a decent option as well. Probably won't be going there at 10-6, but dude has K upside, but there's a lot of lefties. You can see a ton of lefties over here. This Washington is trying to catch Atlanta. Like, Washington wants to make the playoffs. I don't think that I come to Fulty here, but I like Camargo a lot. He's been mashing lefties. I like Duvall, Albies, Acuna, Flowers against a lefty anytime, all day, every day. I'll take that. I like both options here. I'll take Atlanta over Washington, though. still have no idea how Washington is a favorite. Next game up, we got my Boston Red Sox that are absolutely so far superior to the sorry Yankees. It's not even funny. They're 129 favorite to Toronto in Toronto, 76 degrees, so the roof is probably open. You got Mike Hochschild, whoever that is, against Brian Johnson. What do you like here?
Yeah, so Hochschild is not a good pitcher. Did a little research on him. He's been pitched a few innings in the major leagues. Has a really high ERA, and doesn't really strike out. Hasn't really struck out a lot of guys. His minor league records, he looks like a 8K per 9 innings, so a little bit less than a K per inning. So it's not really a guy we're interested in. He has pretty high walk rate. Recently, his stints, he's been in the PCL, which is a home run league. So can't really look at a lot of those numbers and think if he's a good pitcher or not. But his major league start or record already is not very good. And before that in the minor leagues, he wasn't a great pitcher with a lot of strikeouts. So not really a guy I want to look at tomorrow, especially against Boston. Just a lot of power here. Righties. Boston hits righties really well. If this was a lefty and he was decent with some strikeouts upside, maybe we could look at him because Boston's not great against lefties in general, if they're good lefties at least. So yeah, I think Brian Johnson though here against Toronto might be in play tomorrow, depending on where we get to tomorrow. I'm not a big favorite of Brian Johnson, but you just never know. With what Toronto's going to do. Toronto's been really hit or miss. Heating up a little bit today. They heating up a little bit. So maybe we go back to the well here with some of these Toronto bats here against Johnson. Just don't know until we get down here. This is my true first look. On Boston, I really like Mookie Betts in the spot today, and JD Martinez. JD Martinez, I think, hit a home run with the 8th inning today. Still just monster power, just crushing the ball. And then we get the return of Rafael Devers. Looks like tomorrow, so that's good for the lineup here. Strengthens it a little bit here and gets a little bit of left-handed depth here. So I really like Boston's stack tomorrow. I think they're in a good spot here against this bad pitcher. And then for me, like Toronto, it just really comes out to what their lineup's going to be. Grichuk might be in play. This Devin Travis has been on fire. I just don't like his price, but he's been on fire. And you can always play Teoscar Hernandez, but that's really it, man. I'm not looking to do a full 5-man stack. Maybe like a couple one-offs, maybe a big stack, and that's it.
Yeah, this I just saw Hochschild's ISO to lefties. Yeah. It was close to 900, but it's only against 10 batters, so can't really go off of that. But when I first seen that, I got super excited.
You're like, Mitch Moreland and Devers, welcome to my lineup.
Yeah, I like an ISO of almost 900. I'll take that. But no, I agree with you. Boston Red Sox are in play every single day. Doesn't matter what pitcher they're facing. To be honest with you, it could be any pitcher. It doesn't matter. They're in play every day. Toronto against Brian Johnson. Definitely don't like it as much as I liked it today. Teoscar Hernandez is in play just about every day. Devin Travis has been mashing lefties. Old Diaz has been hot. He really disappointed me tonight. I think you could go to them, but I probably won't be coming here after I just went there tonight. But I do like Boston. I definitely agree with that. Next up, we have the Orioles at Tampa Bay with no. Oh, the dogs like Orioles versus Tampa Bay. With no,
they have no. Don't ever go by what they go by. They bark at everything, bro.
With no line. Oh, I was thinking I was excited about the Rays against Cashner. There's no line because I guess Ryan Stanek was announced late. So I would say that I don't know. I don't know who's going to be the favorite because got Cashner on the mound. What do you like?
Yeah, I mean, this game, man, this is like a bunch of garbage here. I'm not going to pitch either pitcher tomorrow. I mean, Stanek here is probably going to be a bullpen game, obviously. Cashner's just not a guy like I have had a lot of success stacking against, especially this year. He's just once in a while. I think that Texas game, he pitched in, I did well. But other than that, like he's just not a pitcher that I've had a lot of success stacking. So I'm probably not going to stack against him. But I think you can look at Jacob Bowers. This guy's amazing. Every day I think he's in play. He's fine. Maybe Malik Smith leading off if it's going to be the projected lineup. He'd probably be in play. And if you're looking for a cheap catcher, Michael Perez, you could probably go there. But not really anything I love here. Like I'm like I have to go here. And the guy I'm probably looking at the most is Jacob Bowers. And I did want to throw out there one thing that if you're a BVP person, BVP truther, as they call it, CJ Crone has some good BVP here against Cashner. Not a lot of power, but he has hit him pretty well for average. On the Baltimore side here, no Cashner. I think you could take a look at some of these bats here. Some power. Maybe Mark Trumbo would be a guy that I'd probably prefer here if he's going to be in a cleanup spot. I think it's a good spot. Jonathan VR, is just a little expensive right now for what he's been doing. He hasn't been really doing a ton. I like Tim Beckham's price at 3,300 on DK, so I can maybe do that. Just depending on where we go, with the other lineups here. But I mean, maybe Beckham at this price and Trumbo, and on the other side, it's really just like either Bowers or Corone and maybe the cheap catcher, Perez. That's really it for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I stack against Cashner every time he touches the mound. Last game was beautiful when he gave up 10 runs.
That was a Texas game, right?
In Texas. Yeah. We ain't in Texas. We ain't in 100 degrees. We are in air conditioning in a nice pitcher's ballpark. I don't know. I don't think I like much at all in this game at all. I couldn't play Malik Smith at 4.7. Like, I would literally rather turn my kneecap backwards than play Malik Smith.
I didn't even look at his price. I just saw the play.
I mean, he's leading off. He's been decent, but 4.7, like, no way. Bowers and Choi, I absolutely love G-Man Choi. I think he is a monster. He just never really gets the opportunity. It could be him, maybe Crone, maybe the coach is like, oh, well, you got this great BVP and put you in the lineup today. So it'll be one of them at first base, I would think. And on the other side, just nothing. I got to see if they're going to have a long reliever, if we're just going to go bullpen 2 innings of a guy. I don't know. But, yeah, that's just – I'll be looking at other places on this slate. Next up, we got the Minnesota Twins in Cleveland. Cleveland's a 193 favorite. Good old Mike Clevenger on the mound against Jake Odorizzi, 77 degrees, with a crosswind of 9 miles per hour. Do you like Cleveland at home today?
I like Cleveland at home every day.
Me too.
Especially against the weak Twins bullpen. Starting pitcher, Odorizzi, not afraid. You're going to get all the Cleveland bats from the left side. That's the side you like them from. Lindor, like that's the number one play, I think, on the board tomorrow for me. I think he's hit 3 home runs against Lindor or something crazy. I really like him tomorrow. Brantley's in a good spot. Ramirez, this guy's probably the best hitter in baseball, top 5 at least. You don't want to call him the best hitter, maybe top 5. Edwin against Odorizzi's fine. You got Yonder Alonso. I mean, this is probably the chalky place to go to tomorrow. This is what we're looking at. I really like the spot. Odorizzi, he's got his, reverse splits here, but these guys still hit him hard. I think this is a great spot. The other side here, just really not interested in a ton of these Twins bats. Maybe Rosario like a one-off, but I think Clevenger is one of the better pitchers on the slate. 9,500 is a good price for him as long as he can, work a little deeper into the games here. Not get such high pitch counts. Can control that ratio here. We're pretty good. I mean, that's the one thing that's kind of hurt him lately is he's been getting his pitch count up a little bit too much by not by going too deep into counts. So if he can control that today, he'd be in a great spot for us, and I think it'd be a good play. But yeah, no Odorizzi at all. Like it's a fade. I like the price, just not the play for me.
Yeah, no, I won't play the price against Cleveland at home. I would rather just stay away. Mike Clevenger, the dude is really good. Like he's close to elite, but he's not. And he's not playing the White Sox today. That is the only time he's shown upside all year. So I would stay away. I hope he's popular. If I was playing cash, I would probably play Mike Clevenger, but I'll be staying away and hoping that he just goes out and just goes for 17 like he normally does. He's playing the White Sox. He's going to go for 35. So he's not a play for me. Odorizzi's definitely not a play for me. If Clevenger is going to be chalk on this slate, I would try to get me a bat that I think could go take him yard, and that would be Morrison, Kepler, Cave if he's in the lineup, which he's in projected lineup. Sano, probably not. Sano's probably going to strike out 3 times. But if he does put the barrel on the ball, it usually goes a long way. He's a very strong man. So I might try to take a ownership leverage play against a chalk pitcher if he is chalk. And I love Cleveland, of course. You're going to pay for them like you always do. 6K for Jose Ramirez is so steep, but he is fantastic. Lindor, 5.8. So steep. He is fantastic. Michael Brantley always screws me when I play him, so I would skip him. But yeah, pretty much every bat in the lineup is in play. Even, sorry, Melky Cabrera. But my favorite bat is Leonis Martin. Give me Leonis Martin against a righty batting in front of Lindor. I'll take it all day, every day, especially in the 9-hole. He's going to be low owned. He will be low owned for the rest of the year. If he stays in the 9-hole, give me that. Nobody's playing a 9-hitter at 4.3. Nobody wants to play a 9-hitter ever, even if they're cheap. 4.3, nobody's playing that. In tournaments, sign me up. Next up, Pablo Lopez. We have the St. Louis Cardinals at Miami. St. Louis is a -120 favorite. Look at these wonderful pictures we got here. John against Trevor Richards. Fantastic pictures. 88 degrees. A little precipitation. Maybe they close it. Maybe they leave it open. I'm not sure. But do you like something in this wonderful ballpark with these wonderful pictures?
Yeah, I mean, was DraftKings watching the game today? I just saw well Pablo Lopez was pitching before they gave Trevor Richards a 7.8K price tag. I
Yeah.
mean,
Hold
7.8.
on. I got something to say. No, I don't want to say it. DK, close your ears. Leave Pablo Lopez at 5.8. Trevor Richards is 2,000 more than Pablo Lopez. Are you kidding me? Please leave it
That's
that
what I'm
way.
saying.
And please, everybody stay away. Pablo Lopez should have been 50% owned on this slate today, and he was 15. Everybody stay away. I'm going to play Pablo Lopez every single day. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, they must have been watching this game because the Cardinals just couldn't hit him until the end, and I was kind of sad there because he was like 30% cash, and it's kind of sad that he gave up those 2 runs because that really would have helped me a little bit more. But yeah, like they must have been watching it and seeing how bad these Cardinals are against righties and said, hey, you know what? Let's raise Trevor Richards because he's terrible. I can't pitch Trevor Richards at $7,800 against any team. There's just no way. I can't do it. John Gant, 6,300. No, thank you. Marlon's been heating up. Justin Bohr, Dietrich tomorrow, probably gonna hit this guy pretty good. So yeah, for me, I'm not interested in the pitchers. You know, Matt Carpenter's just a rare beast. This guy can hit a home run on anybody any day. Probably gonna hit one tomorrow in this matchup. Not a big fan of this Cardinals lineup tomorrow, but I think Matt Carpenter's fine. But I can't take these pitchers.
Yeah, I mean, the reason his price is so high is because he's been good. Like he's had
Yes, I know.
4 good starts in a row.
Yeah,
But I mean, hey,
regression's coming, dude.
he's not that good.
I know.
Trevor Richards is not that good a pitcher. If he was cheaper, you could maybe go there, but I just can't pay 7.8 for a pitcher that I don't think is very talented. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he is talented, but I don't see that. There's no way I do that. John Gantz, I would never. So that's a no. Do I want to play any bats against him? Maybe Bohr, but probably not. I just will stay away. I hate this park. I'll find other spots. And I'm going to stay away from the Cardinals as well. I'll probably just have nothing here. I don't like this park. Next, we got a park that I do like. San Diego Padres and Milwaukee Brewers. Padres, oh no, the Brewers are a 177 favorite. It's 80 degrees, zero rain, a little wind out. Brett Kennedy. Oh yeah, the Padres are gonna be having some young pitchers coming up because they got rid of
Everybody.
Ross. Yeah, they got
Yep.
rid of Ross and who was the other one? They got rid of another starter off of waivers.
Lyles.
So we're gonna have some interesting options here for San Diego coming up,
Yeah.
and we got Chacin on the other side. You like something?
I don't like his price, but I don't like his price, but he's been pretty good lately. He's going against the Padres, are just terrible. I think he's firmly in play tomorrow on this slate, especially if you're looking for some kind of a cheaper option. There's not really a lot of cheap options that are good here. And if he's going to be priced the same as Richards, similar, I'd way rather take Chacin over him. So probably go there. I don't know a lot about Brett Kennedy, but probably not going to go there against Milwaukee. These guys are just way too good. They're in a great ballpark here for power. So I can take all these Brewers here. I don't know where the lineup's going to lay out because every day it's different. I know they've been moving around their second, third base, shortstop positions with Shaw and Scope and Moustakis. So not sure who's going to take going to be starting tomorrow, but I think you could take all these guys against the Padres. The other side here, just not a ton of interest against Chacin. I'm sure somebody's going to hit him. Either get a couple hits here or home run off of Chacin. But it's got to be a lefty. And probably the best spot here is going to be Eric Hosmer if you're looking at anybody. But I'm not really going to take anybody against Chacin. I just think he's just been too good, and I got to pitch somebody. So looking at Chacin tomorrow.
I agree. I like Justine. I like that price. If I'm gonna like Anderson against these guys, I'm definitely gonna like Justine against them. Justine is a better pitcher. Doesn't give up as many home runs. Brett Kennedy, he's been very good in the minors, but I don't care. I'm not gonna try that. I've you could be very good in the majors all year. And I still don't want to pitch you against this squad. Squad is lethal. Wow. This squad is lethal. Cam must be jerking off in his pants. This Milwaukee Brewers lineup is unbelievable. Love them every day, especially against a minor leaguer. I don't care how good he's been. So yeah, I like them, and I really like Justine. I think Justine has big upside here. They could go south, but I don't think so. I like Justine a lot. Next up, we have the worst team in Major League Baseball, Paulie D. New York Yankees.
He's gonna get you, dude.
In Chicago to face these terrible White Sox, 78 degrees. The Yankees, oh, wow, it's Severino. He's a minus 270 favorite to Giolito in Chicago. Are you jumping on Severino here?
He was not so good in his last outing here.
He's been terrible for
He's been
more
bad. No, but he was bad. There's just not a lot of great pitching options here. I don't honestly though. The problem is there's no cheap pitchers that I would go throw at. So I don't think I could pay up 11.9 for him, even if he was pretty hot. I just don't think I could go there because there's no good value at pitching. So I understand he's probably one of the better arms and skill set pitchers on the slate. He's just been off lately, so I'm not going to go there. I can see people going there. I just not for me. Giolito, there's just no way. He's cheap, but I can't go here. Even though the Yankees have really struggled to score. With once Judge has been out, so I really can't go to Giolito though. I think you could look at some White Sox one-offs though against Severino, especially if he's going to be chalky, which he might because of there's not really an ace on the slate. Yohan Makata, I always like this guy. I think he's in a great spot. Polka's got a lot of power. Delmonico too. So if you want to be contrarian tomorrow, maybe stack these lefties against Severino. It won't be popular. And it's definitely in play. On the other side here with the Yankees, you got to look at all these guys are in play. It just comes down to they're going to hit tomorrow. Brett Gardner's fine. Stanton, Gregorius Hicks, Torres. I mean, these guys are all in play. Greg Bird's been really cold lately. Probably wouldn't play him, but I think everybody else is fine. It's just, are they going to hit? Now, Giolito, he was a great prospect, as we know, but he's really struggled. He's been terrible. So I think these guys should get to him tomorrow. The Vegas is telling us they will. It just comes down to it if they're going to or not. So I think they're fine. I think they're going to be popular, though. So I'm probably going to fade them. I think they'll be popular because it is Giolito in a good ballpark, too. So for me, it's probably going to be a fade. I think they'll be popular.
Well, I got a lot of interest here on both sides. Severino is the best pitcher on the slate. Yes, he's been lost. Like, this dude has been really lost. I'm a massive Severino fan, and I don't think there's any question, in my opinion, he's the best pitcher on this slate. I have him ranked above Scherzer by a lot. Not Scherzer, my bad. What's his face in Los Angeles? I always forget his name because he sucks so bad. Kershaw.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Severino is a far superior pitcher to Clayton Kershaw today. 2 years ago, no. Today, yep. Yes. I love Luis Severino here if he's going to be low owned. I think he should be with how bad he's been, and he's expensive. I will play it and hope, 2 days in a row, you have Lynn and CC Sabathia. CC Sabathia struck out 12 White Sox. I like Luis Severino a lot. Please give me him at low ownership. I would love that. I will be all over that. And maybe he comes out and is absolutely terrible. If you play him, make a head stack because of how bad he's been. These guys can get to him. There's a lot of power over here. And Lucas Giolito, he's changed he's fixed his changeup. He's been a lot better recently after these changes. There's upside here at 4-2. The Yankees can strike out a ton. Stanton did go yard today. Finally, I've been waiting for that. So maybe I also make a stack here too, but I think I'm going to have some teams with both these pitchers. I will be playing Giolito tomorrow at 4-2, hoping that the Yankees are bad and they're striking out. But the Yankees are one of the best offenses in baseball. Yes, they're missing Judge. Yes, they're missing Sanchez. There's still tons of bats here. So I think you could play both pitchers. I think you could stack both teams. And it'll be very interesting tomorrow. Please, baby Lord Jesus, give me Severino at low ownership. Please. Next up, we got them Chicago Cubs at Kansas City, who's even worse. Cubs are a minus 219 favorite, 87 degrees, 43% humidity. Jose Quintana against Heath Fillmeyer. What do you got?
Yeah, so a lot of people are going to see this matchup here with Jose Quintana, even though he hasn't been that great, against Fillmeyer here in Kansas City, and just sign him up against these Kansas City Royals who've just been striking out against everybody. Very impatient, not walking, one of the highest strikeout rates in the last 45 days here, ever since they've been just fire selling this team off here. So, I'm not a Quintana guy. I really don't like playing him, but at 8-3 tomorrow in this matchup, he looks pretty decent, So I think he'll be fine tomorrow. Not a lot of interest here on Fillmeyer. He's cheap, but just not I think he's very good. You're gonna get these Cubs at pretty high ownership tomorrow. Rizzo, Baez, Zobrist. These guys are all gonna be high owned tomorrow. So it's gonna be another interesting slate where we have a lot of high total teams with some ownership kind of spread out. On the other side here, Royals just not really interested. Anybody besides Merrifield and Perez. Sal Perez, probably one of the better catchers on the slate. But That's really it. Those two guys here. I think Quintana's going to get some ownership because of his price, and some of these Cubs too because of the matchup.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a Quintana fan by no means, but I mean, it is the Royals. That's one of the best matchups you can get in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
It's hot, so I mean, it's not the best weather for him. So it really won't play tomorrow as a pitcher's ballpark when it's 87 degrees. The wind isn't blowing out, so it's not terrible. I mean, it's better than playing in Coors or Texas, but it's still not going to be the pitcher's ballpark that it normally is when it's super hot in Kansas City. The ball will fly. I don't see anybody get into Quintana except Merrifield. Merrifield is very, very good against lefties. Merrifield is 5K, so nobody's going to play him. So if you want to take that stand in tournaments, I don't mind it. Salvador Perez is a decent option. Hunter Dozier in the cleanup spot is another decent option. But Quintana is a better play than playing these bats, I would say. And the Cubs, the Cubs. They're decent plays. Baez is so expensive. Ben Zobrist got hurt today. I see a little Q tag right there. Ben Zobrist is very expensive too.
Yeah.
I mean, you could go to the Cubs. This guy's not good. The bullpen is terrible. The Cubs are definitely in play today. It's a good stack. Last game of the day. Clayton Kershaw against new acquired Mike Fiers. 65 degrees. Dodgers are 159 favorite in this massive Oakland Coliseum. What do you like here? Please don't tell me Clayton Kershaw.
Oh man, Clayton Kershaw, $12,800. Like, it's just, what has he done to deserve the highest price on the slate? I just don't understand it.
You want to know what he's done? I'll tell you what he's done. He used to be the best pitcher, maybe in the history of baseball, 2 years ago, but 3 years ago, not today.
Yeah, no, he's not. He's still coming back from injury. He hasn't showed me anything. His price keeps going up, and he hasn't showed anything to warrant that. So I'm not going to pay that tomorrow. I get it that Oakland's not as good at home as they are on the road. It's a big ballpark, but yeah, it's not for me. But at the same time, like, I think he's decent enough where he can control, some of these A's bats here. So I'm not really interested in Oakland tomorrow, against him. But nor do I have any interest in Mike Fiers. Like $7,100, a little expensive for him. He's been decent though lately. But I side with Machado here tomorrow and Justin Turner and these guys, these righties tomorrow. I really like them. And some of the lefties will be fine against him too. Him being their little reverse splitsy. So yeah, I'm fine with the Dodgers tomorrow. Not a preferred way I want to go. I think some one-offs are good. But no Fiers, no Kershaw. I'm not into those two guys tomorrow.
So it was supposed to be Brett Anderson, huh?
I'd rather have that matchup. I'd rather have that matchup. I just remember Brett Anderson against Texas.
Yeah, I'll never forget that. And he was pitching unbelievable last game. They pulled him early. Clayton Kershaw, I don't think he ever gets back to the status he was. I mean, it's hard to get to that.
Yeah.
I'm always going to talk trash about him just because he's so overpriced for what he is now. Because he's not that. Dude was, my God, he was so elite. It was spectacular to watch. I love to watch him, but he's not that anymore. They are letting him go now. Like, they're trying to round him into form for the playoffs. There's a ton of strikeouts over here. Like, he could make Chris Davis look just dumb at the plate. I know that for a fact. He could just make him look stupid. Where you want to attack Kershaw, believe it or not, is with lefties. So if I'm playing a bat over here, it is 100% Matt Olson. Clayton Kershaw gives up a lot of powers to lefties, not to righties. So I like Matt Olson. Tournament play, nobody's going to play him, I promise. It'll be super low owned. So I like that. I'm playing Clayton Kershaw at 12-8. I would rather play Phil Meyer and, I would definitely like Giolito because I like him. I would rather play Stanek and Phil Meyer over Clayton Kershaw and just get every single bat I want. I don't play Clayton Kershaw. Mike Fiers, that's a big no. This team is mashing lefties. Probably not going here though because 65 degrees, huge park. I'll just probably be off of this and go somewhere else. But you can go to these lefties, no doubt about that. And that's it. That's all she wrote. That's all, folks. Nice to know you. Peace. No. We're gonna go to top threes. What's your top three stacks tomorrow?
Yeah, so I really like the Brewers. Brewers are in the top three for sure for me. Probably Cleveland would be the second team I'm looking at. And I'm going to say Atlanta would be my third.
Number one for me is the Brewers. Number two is the Red Sox. And number three is Cleveland. What is your top three pitchers?
So it looks like, by default here, the guys we're going to probably look at are Chacin, Quintana, and probably Clevenger. And then I can see Severino too, but it's one of those four guys. That's all the ownerships should go to.
Well, I have a way different top three, but I like going for not the best plays usually. You play way more safe. Listen to him.
I play more cash games.
Exactly. Yeah, no. Luis Severino is far and away my favorite pitcher on this slate. Oh my God. If CC can strike out 12, I think Luis Severino could strike out 20. He's been terrible. He's my favorite option. Number two is Lucas Giolito. Same game. I love both of these guys. If you're playing Lucas Giolito in cash, you're smoking some good stuff. Let me have some. Don't play him in cash. That's only a tournament play. And number three is Jacine. Please tell me who's going to hit home runs tomorrow.
Yeah, so home runs. That's the interesting one, right? Let me see here. Let's go with Lindor tomorrow. He's gonna hit a home run. Let's just go Lindor.
I will say Aguilar. Jesus Aguilar. Dude's a beast.
Yeah, man, he hit one today. He looks good, man. He looks really good. Let's go with Teoscar Hernandez.
Like that. I will say Mitch Moreland goes back to back today.
Okay. I like it. And let's see. I'm going to go with Sal Perez off Quintana.
I'm going to say Adam Duvall hits his first home run in a Braves uniform because I don't think he's hit one yet in a Braves uniform. So, Adam Duvall. I'll take that. Should be super low owned. I like that. Well, that is all, folks. This is my first hosting gig. I don't know if you liked it or not, but whatever. I don't care. Don't watch. If you want to know why you play Pablo Lopez tonight, you should be signing up. If you want to know why you just go all the F in on Ohtani, you should probably be signing up. If you want to know why Soto's going to mash a home run lefty on lefty, you should probably be signing up. So get your ass over to Wisestake and sign up. That's it. I'm out of here. You got any closing thoughts?
Yeah, man. Cash speaking the truth here. If you you get the private shows with us. If you sign up for as a member, you get the Slack chat, you get everything. So it's a great deal. We got football coming up here. I'm going to be doing some NFL preseason content as well. So if you guys are preseason guys and you're looking to make a little bit of money, we're going to be doing that here this week. We got some preseason action on Thursday. So I'll have an article up by tomorrow for preseason. And, I'm the cash game guy, been really good this year with cashing, pretty much every day. And article's been good, and we've been on fire. So just come join the nation. You can get more of Cashin's takes and the rest of Polly and CK and Cam and all of our takes here. And man, we're a good nation. We're a good group of guys, good community, and it's not just what we do here with the articles and the shows, but CK and Paulie do a strategy session every day where we have one slate, and we break down the slate for our nation so they know, they kind of have an idea of what plays are. We're trying to teach people here to become better players, not just give out picks. So it's a great community to be a part of in the building. So if you guys want to check us out, it's cheap, man. You can just get a day pass. I think it's $250 for a day pass. At least check us out for the one day. And if you like what you see, come and join us.
Yes, sir. I like that. Well, I'm about to get back on the PGA Championship, and I can't wait. I can't wait until it starts on Thursday. But yeah, I got to get back to that. Maybe you get beautiful CK back here tomorrow if he's feeling better. Maybe you get my ugly ass. We'll see. But we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
Ship it.